Welcome. In today's lecture, we would focus on Lokpal in light of the recent appointment of Justice Ghosh as the first Lokpal of India. And since then, this topic has become very important for your competitive examinations for this year. So there are three terms that we talk about. One is Lokpal, the other is RTI, that's Right to Information, and the third is Whistleblower Act. Whistleblower Act basically protects one who file the complaint against someone, so protecting that person becomes important. So that's the sole idea of Whistleblower Act. So all these three terms, Lokpal, RTI and Whistleblower Act, work in tandem. Now we would be focusing solely on Lokpal this time. So Lokpal Act was passed in 2013. It was a constant effort led under Anna Hazare since 2011, for more than 48 years of history for Lokpal. We have finally the Lokpal Act that came into being. With this Lokpal, the idea was at the center there would be a Lokpal, and at the states you would have the Lokayogs. Recently, in the month of February and March, Anna Hazare again set on a hunger strike for the non-appointment of Lokpal at his home district at Raleganj City. So, with this idea, you have the appointment of Lokpal. Now, who finalized the Lokpal? So, it was a 5-member panel committee headed by Prime Minister of India. Then you had the Speaker of the Lok Sabha, Leader of the Opposition in the lower house, that's the Lok Sabha, Chief Justice of India. In case Chief Justice does not want himself to be there, he can nominate a judge from the Supreme Court, and then you have an eminent jurist nominated by the President. So this nomination for the first Lokpal was Mukul Rohtagi, and these 5 people voted for the final Lokpal to be established. So you had Justice Ghosh, who became the first Lokpal. Again, there was a controversy. You had the opposition leader Mallikarjun Kharge, who was given a special invitee, but he did not had the right to vote. So this was a kind of conflict issue. We won't go into that. However, the focus here is which panel finalizes the Lokpal. So this can be one of the probable questions. Which of the following is not part of it? Then, as we already know, Lokpal is a way to strengthen the anti-corruption measures to boost the process of vigilance. Now, about Lokpal, there are up to 8 members. 4 of those would be the High Court judges, of which you would have 1 women judge, and then 4 civil servants who would be part of it. All the members must have at least 25 years of experience in the matters related to anti-corruption, vigilance, public administration and law and order. So up to 8 members would be part of this Lokpal. With the appointment of Justice Ghosh, you would have the further names that would be announced. Now, what are the powers when this process can be initiated? So Lokpal can be initiated, or basically can initiate a preliminary investigation once the complaint is received. Now the period of solving this complaint is 30 days. Within a period of 30 days, you would have an action that would be taken. However, this could be extended to further 3 months. The full inquiry is said to be completed in 6 months, extendable to 1 year. That's another period of 6 months. And the whole process should be completed in 1 year, extended maximum up to 2 years. So within 2 years, by any case, this matter should be resolved. And that's something that's very, very important power of the Lokpal. Now, against whom the cases can be lodged? So there are 7 categories that we say preliminary, under which you have the cases could be lodged. The first is the Prime Minister after he or she demits the office. Then you have all the current and the former ministers, the current and the former members of parliament, all Group A officers of central government, all Group A equivalent officers of the public sector undertakings or any other government body. Then you have the directors and the officers of NGOs who get the government fund, and those who get the public fund should have an annual income or a yearly income of rupees 10 lakh from a foreign company and 1 crore from the government. So those are the categories, the 7 categories under which you can have the Lokpal charges that could come up. As we said about Justice Ghosh, he was initially the judge of Calcutta High Court. Later on, he was elevated as a judge of Supreme Court. Then since 2017, he is a member of the National Human Rights Commission. So that's about his achievements. Then how this Lokpal can be removed? That's another very, very important aspect. Lokpal can be removed if the president seeks a reference to the Supreme Court. So it's either directly by the president seeking a reference to the Supreme Court, or if 100 of the members of a parliament sign a petition for the removal of the Lokpal, or any of the members, the chairperson of the Lokpal or any of the members of the Lokpal, the Supreme Court would look into the matter and see if the charges are correct. The immediate action for the removal would be taken into place. So that's again very, very important. That's removal of Lokpal and the members of the Lokpal. And finally, if we look onto the global picture, you have the Ombudsman, and this is the office which is very similar to the Lokpal in India. So Ombudsman is usually an official appointed by the government organization who looks into the complaints of the various businesses, financial institutions, the government departments and any other public entity that exists in the country. So here are some of the major countries that we talk about. However, this has grown significantly. If you look onto the picture in 1980s, it were only 29 countries that had the Ombudsman. Then later on, you had 45 countries or 45 nations in 1990s, and as of 2010, you have more than 133 countries which have their own offices. So that's a remarkable development, and India has joined this club in improving this to 134. So that's how you have the development. Lokpal, as I said, becomes very, very important. The categories under which the charges can be placed, who appoints the Lokpal, how the process takes place, what's Lokpal. So those are some of the major things that we need to understand, and this whole thing was led under the Ranjana Desai committee. So that's again very, very important. So with this, we cover a very, very important topic for your upcoming competitive exams. Stay tuned for further updates. Have a wonderful day ahead.